The live music scene in New Braunfels will be getting a little quieter soon. Tonight, the City Council passed a new noise ordinance that lays out exact levels and time periods for venues. But as Robert Price explains tonight, it also gives police a new tool to enforce complaints.
It's a Monday night at Green Hall, and Bill Chambers, the so-called hillbilly daddy of Australian country music, is getting ready for his big show.
It ain't right, it ain't wrong.
Not far away from here, New Braunfels City Council has just passed a new noise ordinance that targets bars and live music venues.
I think it's ridiculous, especially for Green. Green is a very historic town, and there's a lot of music.
Assistant City Manager Christia Day says the city already had a noise ordinance, but there was too much gray area.
It's very vague, extremely vague.
What I may think is loud may not be what an officer thinks is loud, and may not be what you think is loud when you're in your home.
That's why we needed to establish a number so that the police would know what the community felt as a whole through their city council was too loud.
85 decibels. That's the loudest any venue can ever be. But if it's in a residential area, it must drop to 75 decibels after 10 at night.
Takes away that gray area, makes it real black and white about whether or not a citation needs to be issued or not for a noise violation.
As part of the new ordinance, every on-duty New Braunfels police officer will be equipped with a sound level meter like this. Now, as you can see, when I raise my voice, the readings on this meter peak well above 80 decibels. But the New Braunfels police officers will be taking their measurements for at least 30 seconds.
And that's from the nearest public right-of-way outside of, say, Green Hall, for instance, on the street.
Dennis Peak has been a sound tech for Green Hall 20 years. He's also spent the past 10 months on the committee that wrote this ordinance.
It's a very emotional subject.
But as he points out, it doesn't matter how loud it is inside the venue.
For instance, this last weekend we were close to 100, 97 to 100 varying, and in the street with 500 people screaming, it was 82. For the vast majority of people, this is good for everyone, both sides of the line, those creating sound and those receiving it.
Robert Price, Fox News at 9.